Hello everyone, we are continuing chapter number 2, the cell. Okay, and yesterday's class we have seen what you mean by a cell, what is the definition of the cell, and who discovered the cell. All those things we have already seen. And after the discovery of the cell, scientists were studying about the cell, and these kind of researches and observation leads to make a theory about the cell, and that particular theory is known as cell theory. And today we are going to look at cell theory. And Matthias Sweden, Theodor Schwann and Rudolf Virchow were the scientists who proposed cell theory. And what are the contents of cell theory? There are three major points are there in the cell theory. And the first point is that all living things are made up of cells. Yesterday I have told you all the organisms are made with what? Made with cells. Without cell, no organism will be there. Okay? That is the meaning of the first point. All living things are made up of cells. Okay? And the second point is that cells are the smallest units or basic building blocks. Okay, and to make a house we are basically using what? Bricks we are using. Okay, the size of the houses may be different, still all houses are making with bricks. Like that, the organisms are going to be different, but all organisms are made with cells. That's why it is known as a basic building block. That is the second point. And the third point is that all cells are coming from pre-existing cell. What do you mean by that? Without a cell, without an old cell, new cells cannot be formed. Okay, this is an old cell and this particular cell is undergoing division, and after the division of this old cell we are getting 2 or 4 cells. Okay, that is the meaning of this point. All cells are coming from pre-existing cell. Have you got it? What are the points? All living things are made up of cells. And the second point is that cells are the smallest unit or building blocks of organism, and all cells come from pre-existing cell. These 3 points are included in cell theory. Have you got it? Then the next thing about the cell are the size, shape and number of the cells in the organisms are going to be different. Unicellular organisms mean what? Uni means single. Only one cell will be there in the body of unicellular organism. All the functions of that organism is doing by the single cell. Okay, that is what you mean by unicellular organism. But in the case of multicellular organism, multi means what? Many. Many cells will be present in a multicellular organism, and a group of specialized group of cells will be there to do a particular job. A particular job is doing by a specialized cell. Like that, the deviation or differentiation will be there in the cell. Differentiation will be there in the multicellular organism. Have you got it? And as I told you, the size is also going to be different. And what is the unit that we are using to measure the cell size? That is micrometer. Micrometer is a unit to measure the size of a cell. Micrometer is also known as micron, and this is the representation of micrometer. This is known as mu. Okay, and 1 micron means what? 1 by 1000 of a millimeter is known as micron. A millimeter means that much small it will be, right? And the 1 by 1000 of a millimeter will be 1 micron. That much small a cell will be. That's why we are telling that we have to use a microscope to observe a cell. Okay, so this all about today's class, and the next class we are discussing what are the components of the cell. Okay, so the next class we will see all those things. Thank you.